And today's question has something to do about when we might see Daredevil again. Check it out.
Hey guys, my name is Nick from Miami. I just recently went to MegaCon Orlando last weekend. I went to the Daredevil panel. In the panel, Charlie Cox talking about how the transition has been from the Netflix to Disney Plus and things like that. During the panel, he mentioned how there's something else he's filming, but didn't mention what it was. So what do you think is the next appearance we're going to see of Daredevil besides the show? Thanks, everybody else. Have a great day.
All right, thanks a lot for calling that in, man. And you know, one of the most exciting developments for a lot of fans in the MCU in the last number of years has been when it became official that Charlie Cox's Daredevil was coming in. Now, whether or not it's the exact same Daredevil as the one in the Netflix series, I don't think it is. It still could be, is yet to be seen. We'll find that out as we move forward. But it got a lot of people excited. Huge pop in Spider-Man, of course. And then people got excited when they found out he was going to be popping up in She-Hulk. And I'll say this, you know, I ended up not liking She-Hulk, but some of my favorite parts of She-Hulk was when Charlie Cox was in it. And listen, the dynamic between him and She-Hulk, I thought were great. I thought the chemistry between Charlie and Tatiana were fantastic. And so the parts of She-Hulk that I did end up liking, and there weren't a lot, had a lot to do with that. Again, the walk of shame shot in She-Hulk seriously is one of the funniest moments in a comic book property, at least on a comic book television show I've ever seen. The walk of shame was just utterly perfect. Anyway, so we've got Born Again coming. And a lot of people excited. It's an 18-episode season, which is great. Not any of the 6-episode BS. Now, maybe it'll be 15-minute episodes. I don't know. We'll find out. Now, there's also been some people kind of humming and hawing a little bit because, you know, we found out Foggy's not going to be there. We found out Karen's not going to be there. We found out Vanessa's been recast. We find it like all this kind of stuff. But still, a lot of people excited. Well, Charlie Cox was recently at MegaCon and asked about some stuff, and he mentioned that he's got something else that he's filming. And the implication was that it would be in something that we see him in before we see him in Born Again. Now, it should be pointed out, though, that while I think that's what was implied, I don't believe he specifically said, like clearly outright, plain as day said, this thing I'm shooting right now will 100% be out and available before Daredevil Born Again comes out. But it is what was kind of implied. So what could that thing be that we're going to see Daredevil pop up in before his own series? Well, there's only so many possibilities. Let's take a look at them. Now, down there at the bottom, you see it's not till spring of 2024 right now. That could get bumped, could get moved. But spring of 2024 is when they're talking about cameos. So what is everything that's coming out before then? All right, we got Secret Invasion. That's coming up here quick. I think it's possible. Highly unlikely, though. Highly unlikely. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, no chance. Absolutely no chance. For logistical reasons and tone and style reasons, just no chance he pops up there. Loki season 2, I would say, is not a ridiculous concept. That could be something they could. Again, I would not put my money on that, but it's possible. You got the Marvels. Again, I just don't see any connection whatsoever there. So I would guess not the Marvels. X-Men 97 is animated. Could Charlie Cox do a voice thing at some point? Sure, but it wouldn't be as Daredevil. What If? Absolutely possible. Mm-hmm. Actually, What If is a pretty, out of all the ones we've mentioned so far, Secret Invasion, Guardians, Loki, the Marvels, X-Men, What If I think is probably be the best chances out of those ones we mentioned so far, because, I mean, it's a what if thing. You could do almost whatever. So that's pretty good. Then you get to the one that I think is the most likely, which is Echo. I don't think anybody believes that Daredevil won't appear in Echo. I think it's pretty much a confirmed thing. The only question on the board, though, is when does Echo come out? Because that's been pretty nebulous. They've moved that around a lot. So it could be sometime in 2023, could be sometime in 2024, could come out well after Daredevil Born Again. So who knows? That's the big question mark you got to put there. Ironheart, again, I see no connection there, so probably not. And Agatha, Coven of Chaos, don't see any reason why he would pop up in that. So I think your two biggest possibilities here, when I look at this list, is What If Season 2 and Echo. And again, Echo's a definite. It's just about whether or not Echo comes out first. So I will say probably Echo. I'm going to go with Echo on this one. Chris, you see this list here. I mean, we know Echo. What do you think are the ones that stand the better chances of us seeing Charlie Cox pop up out of the ones that remain?
Well, from that list, definitely Born Again.
Well,
Definitely
yeah.
going to be in that
Definitely
one.
gonna be in Daredevil.
So there's that. But yeah, it's for sure Echo. I mean, a Hollywood Reporter talked about this like a year ago. Taylor just shared that link too. So it's going to be that. We know that they're going to be in there.
All depending
But-
on when it comes out, whether it comes out before or after Daredevil.
I've got a source in production on that is saying that it is a mess. So hopefully
Yes.
they get things working together, and that makes me really, really bummed out because I'm very excited about Echo, and I really, really hope they just get their poop in a group because I want that show to be good.
That's gross.
It's fine. It's natural, Ray. You talk about your poo all the time. Calm down. All right. But I think What If is a smart one because one, you can play around with the different suits and those variations and everything. And, you know, Charlie Cox is one of those actors, too, who does a really great job jumping from different mediums. So if it's his actual voice in there, too, I think he'd do a fantastic job on the voice acting. So I could see him in a What If story. I think that'd be smart.
Okay, so 2 questions I have for you. Well, let's bring up the list for a second. If you had, so you're like me, it's Echo, which is automatic depending on when it comes out. Because if it comes out after Daredevil, then that disqualifies it. What If is another one. Of the remaining ones, though, Secret Invasion, Guardians, Loki, The Marvels, Ironheart, Agatha, if Kevin Feige were to call you and say he is going to be in one of those, which one do you think would be the most likely out of those remaining ones?
Secret Invasion.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a boots on the ground story. So I could see that happening.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you something. Because while I would like very much to be excited about Echo, I am very much not. And unfortunately, the way the writers handled the character in Hawkeye for me made me even less interested. So as somebody who is excited about the project, what is it that you and others who are looking at Echo and feeling excited about, what are the elements of that? What is it for you that's kind of making you excited about it? What are you looking forward to in
I
it?
mean, I love a revenge story.
That's true.
I'm
Yeah.
a Count of Monte Cristo girl. Like, give me that story. And so I'm really excited in that aspect of it. And somebody also just willing to take on Kingpin. I love the more people coming after him, the better, I think, right? And so I find that story particularly bringing in a more familial sense to that, right? Of Echo being so nurtured and partially raised by Kingpin, having him betray her family in such a way is such a beautiful cinematic kind of story. That's just classic writing, right? We love a betrayal in movies and
It's
television. And I also just love the fighting style that was going to be brought into this too, a lot of axe throwing and things like that. So those things got me really, really pumped. If you are in the LA area, oh my gosh, you need to go to LA Axe, go throw some axes. You feel so cool. It's the best. But all of those things got me really excited. Having ASL really, really predominantly featured and everything too. I really actually enjoyed her relationship too. I'm blanking on his name with the one Tracksuit Mafia guy.
The right-hand guy?
Yes, I
Yeah.
thought their dynamic was so compelling. So I
I
was
can't
really.
remember. Did he die in Hawkeye? Or did he survive?
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't believe he
Okay,
did.
okay,
I
I'll
only
take-
watched Hawkeye once, but I didn't
Yeah, I'll
dislike
never
it
watch
as much
it
as
again.
you. I was like, this is, it's got a kind of die-hardy kind of vibe. Come to the city for the holidays, they said. Have some laughs. But I was excited about all of those things.
You know what? Your revenge angle.
Right.
Okay, you know what?
Revenge is fun.
You just sparked a little bit of interest in me because you're
Yes.
right. The revenge angle. That's always cool. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? Where do you think are the highest probabilities of us seeing Daredevil pop up? He's going to be an Echo, but will Echo even? Well, will it even come out at all? And if it does, will it come out before Daredevil? If it's not that, something else. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know I made the switch over to Mint Mobile a while ago. The process couldn't have been easier, and I can't believe that I am spending less than a third of what I was spending on one of the other major carriers before. By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.